and I really don't like that.
Well, I think, you know, at least this time you gotta trust that Anavel is able to create some space of his own. Same goes for Veldora, assuming he wins his lane. We don't expect Tawny to be the one going in every single time. I think he needs to save his ult for some really important moments in this game, which will be made very obvious once Harith is done getting 3 items.
Yeah, but will they have the leeway to save that ultimate? That is what I always worry about. If you don't have a primary teamfight initiator, Gatot has to do it, so he can't save his ultimate, you know, and then it becomes easier to dodge as well. But maybe Evos will prove me wrong right here. They have the momentum, they are 1 game up. 1 win away from eliminating a Blacklist from SPS Season 6. So let's just see what happens in game number 2.
Alright, it's going to be Evos Esports on the blue side up against Blacklist International on the red side. MP once again on the Suyo, but he has to face off against Anavel's Joy. And this is where it gets really annoying, right? Because I think for Blacklist International, as much as we... Oh...
Ooh, and Pinkman trying to take the duel. He actually wins it out with the vengeance. First blood to the Lucas. Do not underestimate that flash combo.
Yeah, why did Veldora purify? And second of all, they knew that the wave was about to collapse to hit his level 2 anyway, so a bit of a miscalculation there, unfortunately. But for JM Pinkman, this is great for him. Now he's got a guaranteed winning lane, and at this point, with a little bit of help from MP, I think they can truly tip the scales over.
Yeah, that was really nice timing as well. MP taking advantage of Suyo's level 3 power spike to immediately gank mid after Clawkun got caught off guard trying to gank the top lane. So 1 minute in, Blacklist already leading by 2 kills.
Yep. Doing some really good stuff here, and Blacklist International just maintaining some strong priority over that mid lane, right? Really disrupting the flow of the game for Evos Esports. It feels like they're playing on the back foot for now, but it doesn't really matter, right? It's about scaling into this game. Both Anavel and Clawkun with Nikki, all of them scale especially well into this matchup, and I want to see whether or not JM Pinkman can make the effort to disrupt Clawkun, because I think he's probably the only one who could do so other than Mr. MP, or if Haji has his flicker available to try and stop the feathered airstrike.
Yeah, I think once we get into the mid game when most of the cores have gotten their 2nd or 3rd item, then the big question will be whether or not JM Pinkman and Perxiva can survive the burst from Evos. If they can, Evos actually is quite cooldown dependent. Oh, hold on, JM trying to jump the backline, doing a lot of damage to both Clawkun and Veldora already. Vengeance used early on, still initiating with a flash combo. Will eventually be traded off. Zaman Force comes out, Anavel trying to dash in, but not able to find the space. So MP gets the first turtle.
I think Mr. JM Pinkman was done dirty there. They told Blacklist International told him, hey, engage. All 3 members just working on the turtle. All this so that MP can get a lead onto Anavel. So they sacrificed an EXP-sided lead just for MP.
Yeah, whether or not it's worth it, we'll find out. Electrifying Beats popped, Implosion as well. Will it be enough? No! I'm going to miss! And Perxiva sacrifices his life for nothing in return.
Oh, pain. 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 They didn't layer the CC well enough. They just needed to space it out just a little bit more for this so that MP could weave in 2 immortal auto attacks, and that would have been fine. But look at him. Getting chunked out here. Oh my goodness.
That was close. Spear of Destruction almost connected, and if it did, MP would have been dead for sure in that feathered airstrike, but he'll just barely survive. That's important for Blacklist. They have to stay even so that they can actually deal with Evos' burst.
Actually, I'm surprised that Clawkun didn't flicker forward to try and land at least 1 more of that feathered airstrike. I think that would have killed MP as well. Not sure if his passive had already been triggered off of the first one, but still, even so, he still can use that. He's still holding it up. It's better to save the resources than waste it for something that's unguaranteed.
We can see from EXP as well that Outplayed is actually winning out lane prio in the gold lane as well. So Blacklist still in a very comfortable spot right now. 1k gold lead for them. Perxiva still providing vision over Anavel. They're gonna want to set themselves up for the turtle. It's gonna be up in another 15. The blade surge connects on Tawny. Revitalize comes out. AOG cancelled, but he's still able to survive it all.
Yep, Revitalize is all that he needed. He just needed to believe in the Revitalize. But now EXP laners going to get involved here as the Turtle has spawned 2-2 current score line with a 1.5k lead for Blacklist International, but they have first position over it. And with first position, it's really tough for Evos Esports to actually walk in for free unless Gaton.
AOG comes in, lands on one, taunts JM under the tower, but Vengeance keeping him alive. Meanwhile, outplayed on the back line, picks off Veldora. JM Pinkman gonna finally be traded away, but they lose Clawkun as well as Blacklist just dives Evos between their own towers. Double kill for MP.
Yep, worth it, worth it. I think JM Pinkman understood that he was basically dead meat. He knew that he was going to be in a lot of trouble as soon as he got hit by the AOG. So at that point, you might as well maximize your damage, or at the very least find in enough places to sneak in your auto attacks, because at least with your first skill, you have CC immunity when you start channeling it through. Either way, it still works out very well for Blacklist International at this point of time, and not to mention that MP still maintains his lead level-wise against Anavel.
And also, something we have to highlight. In game number 1, we definitely said that Evos Esports had the easier lineup to just execute. Very honest, easier to play. In this game, that definitely goes to Blacklist. Evos has a lot more to achieve in terms of the team fighting because they don't have as much tools and utility to just lock down Blacklist. So we can kind of see that happening already.
Yeah, it's becoming very evident that it's really difficult to get in on these fights, especially when you don't have like tempo on your side. Always having to play one step behind Blacklist International is really unfortunate because you want to be able to set up beforehand. Oh, Conceal coming out from Perxiva just so that they can threaten position over the tier 1. Okay, they're sacrificing a lot here for the side of Evos.
Yeah, honestly, trading Conceal for mid-tier 1 is very worth it.
Whoa,
Annabelle being
sorry.
chased down up top lane. Oh, not able to dash away. MP able to follow up, get the final blow. And even despite having more presence in the mid lane, you can see that Evo is just not able to compete with outplayed already. AUG used defensively.
Yeah, Blacklist International is playing really well with the tempo at hand, right? They're making sure that they are preemptively sending members in the right spots, knowing that when Anavel is behind, especially when he's behind EXP, once his camps are cleared on the opposite side of the map, look for the long lane and then look to eventually punish him because he's going to look for a split anyways. And since Blacklist International control the timers for his buffs, they know exactly where he's going to be.
Annabelle is going to be completely zoned out of his jungle for a long time here because Evos just does not have map priority. Again, I really don't like the solo initiating the taunt. You can see that there's no way for Tawny to actually create any space for his team. And CC even went Purify instead of Vengeance, so Veldora can't even be a secondary front line for Evos.
Well, to be fair, I would say a lot of the fault is really coming down to whether or not CC was winning her lane in the first place, right? Had CC gone even with Mr. J and Pinkman, technically she would have been able to kind of like lock him down in lane a lot better. And I do think that mid prio has been a big issue. I think that Evos Esports, unfortunately, Botanian as well as Clawkun needed to control that mid lane just a little bit better and then call Anavel to cut off rotations rather than looking for these hard kills towards the bot side of the map.
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like Evos just weren't active enough with a composition that actually hits a pretty powerful timing at level 4. And Blacklist took very strong advantage of that. They're already setting up for this tier 2. AOG comes in, dodged entirely. Perxiva pushes Tawny back. Revitalize use Zaman Force as well. Ooh, Spear of Destruction does actually connect. Veldora chasing Perxiva down. The Conceal gonna allow Blacklist to get out quite easily. Now the Zaman Force re-engage on Tawny since he has no Revitalize. And JM Pinkman already targeting the backline. Instead, Nikki forced the back by Evil Quelling. Oh, MP! This is the skill too! And so Nikki's able to walk out. Purify used on Veldora. At least he's able to get the mega kill on Veldora instead.
Oh, the movement, a little unfortunate. It's still a winning position for Blacklist International. They can afford these misses, right? They got a 6k lead in the bag already. They've got Lord at their backs too. There's no real way for Evos Esports to actually find these big tempo breakers just yet. I think the only scenario we found, oh, there we go. The Holy Crystal is already in. We need to see Anavel make a preemptive measure, right? Jump into the middle of Blacklist International, make sure sure that he has his CC immunity with the electrifying beats, and then allow the vision for Tawny to jump in with the AOG. But in the meantime, he's trying to buy as much time as possible, and it's clear that Blacklist International have figured out his habits.
Yeah, though Annabelle actually buying a lot of time. The rest of his team actually able to regroup now and start pushing down mid tier 1, so you can see Blacklist having to respond to that, and Annabelle actually getting out safely.
Yep, he's doing a great job, but still Lord-empowered minions do start spawning now, and that's for the rest of Evos Esports. They need to drag this game out for as long as possible so that Clawhood and even for Nikki to actually hit their item power spikes.
Will it be enough time though? For Xiva already scaring Clawhood away, not even committing the implosion there. Mid tier 2 is gone, outplayed, just got Holy Crystal, so now this Harif is a major threat. We are 10 minutes in, Lord pushing, Evos, they only have their inhibitors left.
And they know for a fact that Clawhood, his Feathered Airstrike is going to take some time. It should be coming up in just a little bit here. They're gonna drop it down again, but it just does no damage.
And a beautiful two-man knockup on the Eternal Guard. Tawny gonna be sacrificed here, and Evos can't even get a trade. They only are able to clear out mid-wave. In the meantime, Annabelle in 1v1 against MP being chased across the map as the rest of Blacklist is wailing on the crystal. Annabelle will finally fall. MP will be able to come join his team. JM Pinkman ends up killing Nikki, and the rest of Evos will just follow suit. A flicker by Clawhood desperately to survive, but the crystal is exposed. And Blacklist will even things up. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to a game 3.
Good stuff coming in from Blacklist International. You know, after taking advantage of Evos Esports' initial mistake, they